At long last, Lilly had reached her destination. She had faced 1,000 dangers, and finally, she now stood in Edna's hiding place. There was just one catch. Edna was gone. Edna had left a message. Hopefully, she was all right.
Lilly, help! I'm being devoured alive by a giant tentacled creature. Ah! Ah! Dun 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 dun. Just kidding. I'm fine. I was just watching the bridge down by the river through my telescope. Dr. Marcel's minions seem to be planning something. I'll check it out up close. If I don't return, you have to get help. But don't worry. I'll be careful. Where are my kettle drum and my strobe flashlight? Dang. Well, see you soon. Toodaloo.
Lilly was relieved by the letter. But what if Dr. Marcel's men had caught her friend? Lilly had to get to the bridge and look for Edna. She would find Garrett there too. That was a bad sign. Edna never went anywhere without her owl whistle.
This damn piece of junk. Can you believe it? We finally found the girl, and now the car won't start.
Should I perhaps push?
This car should have been inspected months ago, but ever since the accident, the doctor has let everything go downhill. It's a shame.
So, it was true. The attendants had already found Edna. Why wasn't Garrett doing anything? Lilly somehow had to get his attention.
Did you hear something?
I don't know. Hopefully not another saber-toothed boar. I'm still out of breath.
Garrett was still sitting idly in the bushes. Why wasn't he doing anything? Lilly had to contact him somehow. It was hopeless. Lilly would never catch Garrett's attention while the owl kept interfering. An owl had made itself comfortable in the tree. Lilly was able to finally give Garrett the signal without being interrupted. Lilly was able to finally give Garrett the signal without being interrupted. Garrett didn't seem to hear Lilly's owl call at all. She tried once more, this time a little louder.
Did you hear that too?
Someone's out there. Just wait. We'll take care of it. Well, who do we have here? But that's... Uh-oh.
The Phantom!
thoughtfully watched the fleeing attendants for a long while. She was used to having bizarre phantoms appear behind her without warning, but the way Dr. Marcel's minions had reacted surprised her. Usually, adults just ignored these creatures. Lilly discovered that the key to the asylum was still lying behind the windshield. Hopefully, the attendants weren't as careless when they were measuring out the psychotropic drugs.
Lilly! Oh, thank goodness. I thought they'd caught you. Unfortunately, Edna wasn't as lucky. I saw how she was snatched and taken back to the institution. This gives us all the evidence we need. I will contact the task force leaders right away. It's best if you stay put until I come back with reinforcements. However, it could take some time, and I can't guarantee that Edna will still be alive when we finally get the green light. If we're lucky, Dr. Marcel will torture her for a while before finally dissecting her or whatever else it is he intends to do with her. That would give us some time. She'll probably have to part with a few toes or fingers. Oh well, that's the way it goes. In any case, you wait here. I'll come and pick you up from exactly this spot tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, at the latest. Although the day after tomorrow is a holiday. But oh well, you'll see. Just wait here.
Lilly would have really liked to follow Garrett's instructions, but, well, there were excellent reasons for doing what she did instead. The institution's post-Victorian masonry work had a friendly air about it. It was almost as if the architect had tried to spell out, "Welcome," with bricks and barbed wire. This unspoken invitation found its culmination in a nearly overgrown back door, and Lilly intended to graciously accept it. The door was firmly locked. Exhausting the limits of her powers of deduction, Lilly tried opening the back door with the key. But just as she approached the obstacle, she heard a familiar "What a little scoundrel!" The sneaky hamster had once again crossed Lily's plans. But despite this, Lilly had no intentions of exacting a bloody revenge. Lilly was glad. It was so rare that her friends got along so well with each other. Of course, this was also because she hardly had any friends. Much more important, however, was that the asylum key was no longer out of reach. It had fallen into one of the dark bushes. The key had fallen into the bush. The key had fallen into the bush. It was very dark in there, but Lilly wasn't afraid. After all, it was just a bush. Yeah. Why did the child have to be so careless all the time? An inflatable dinghy had caught in the sewer grate. People flushed the strangest things. here?
A little girl. Just stay where you are, okay? Hey, stop! Hey, come back! You can't hide out on the water forever. You'll have to come ashore sometime, and then I'll get you. Hey, come back! Stop, I said. Hey, come back! Give up! You can't get away! Especially not against the current. Hey! Come back!
Triumphantly, Lilly climbed the ladder. She had finally found a way to get into the institution.
Not so fast!
Although she was briefly distracted by a floating energy smarty, Lilly was able to reach the ledge. Not a moment too soon as the ladder crashed down behind her, dragging the phantom into the pit with it.
No!
Fortified by the energy smarty, Lilly was able to pull herself up on the ledge. Now her search for Edna could continue. The lamp was glowing red. The lamp was glowing red. The map had more holes in it than Lilly's socks. The mice there were apparently quite desperate. Who was afraid of the boogeyman? Right, not Lilly.
Hey, that's my fireplace. You shouldn't be here unless you want to bring presents or sweep the chimney. Not that the soot is bothering me. That was the old Mr. Frog. The new Mr. Frog is enjoying the dirt. Ah, dirt. You see? That's Mr. Frog to you. And in case you're wondering what a piece of clothing like me is doing inside a fireplace, I'm acquiring soot. That's right. I used to be very fastidious about staying clean. But then this impertinent person came along and dared to spill something on me. The stains never came out. My clothing is black and greasy. My socks haven't been ironed. And I even have fleas. Karen and Bertram. I'd introduce them to you, but they're sleeping right now. I'm living in a sooty chimney. So what? I used to be very fastidious about staying clean. Now, I don't care anymore. You're now speaking with the dark Mr. Frog, who eats his gummy bears without a napkin. Yes, I know that it's dirty here. So what? I love the cobwebs, the dust, and that rotting substance in the corner. I just finished combing it. I wouldn't dust here even if you put a feather duster right in my hand. You don't have a feather duster, do you? Stop. I don't want to know. You don't need to mumble like that. Ever since Dr. Marcel's accident, We can make as much noise here as we want. He's no longer interested in what's going on inside the asylum. All of his attention is focused on finding Edna. Somehow you remind me of a patient we used to have here. She was a little taller than you, and I think I remember 2 red horns and a tail. For the last time, I don't need a feather duster. The new Mr. Frog is enjoying the dirt, and I just cleaned the cobwebs yesterday too. For the last time, I don't need a feather duster. The new Mr. Frog is enjoying the dirt, and I just cleaned the cobwebs yesterday too.
There lay a slice of Swiss cheese. There was never any cheese in the convent, mostly just holes. Lilly had to use a feather duster in the convent on more than one occasion, and sometimes she secretly tried it. The idea was good, but Lily's arms were too short. Somebody had left their credit card in their coat pocket. A certain... Hey! That was Dr. Marcel's credit card. How about that? The idea was good, but Lily's arms were too short. Were there other Belgian pizza delivery services in the area? Lilly had never seen such an unhappy man in a bee costume before, but she also hadn't really traveled much. It was hopeless. The man in the bee costume couldn't hear Lilly from there. Moths fluttered around the dim light of the lamp. They were apparently searching for food. A chair leg served there as a bar. There was definitely a good story in there that Lilly would never hear. Lilly had inadvertently broken off the leg of the chair. It was as pointy as a knife. Hopefully the funny little rabbit hadn't seen anything.
But Lilly, what are you doing there? Don't you remember?
You must not use sharp objects.
Just don't touch it, okay? See you around.
Lilly had to use a feather duster in the convent on more than one occasion, and sometimes she secretly tried it.
But Lilly, what are you doing there? Don't you remember?
You must not use sharp objects.
Just don't touch it, okay? See you around.
Welcome to Spamey's Pizza Slices. My name is Pokey. Can I take your order? One on the asylum, is that right? I assume that we just shove it under the gate as usual. What toppings? Hello? Hello? Can I take your order? One with nothing coming up. Consider it done. It'll be about 30 to 45 minutes. Have a nice day.
The door was firmly locked.
Huh?
What was the funny rabbit doing there? He seemed not to have noticed Lilly yet.
Surprised to see me again? Yes, keep kicking. You won't escape me again. And now hold still until I've decided what to do with you.
Lilly considered this option, but instead did the following. Lilly had the feeling that these demons were getting bigger and more dangerous.
Well, you're very brave to come so close to me. Can't you see my teeth, my spikes, and my sharp claws? Didn't anyone ever tell you to stay away from sharp objects? That would be a tragic error.
Lilly thought it was a bit cliche, but what was she going to do about it? Write a mean letter to Renee and Pokey? Lilly didn't want to appear greedy. One feather would be enough, just like a Christmas dinner at the convent.
No, stop that. No, stop that.
The door was firmly locked.
The pain! You dead brat! Look what you did! Don't just stand there! Do something! Thanks. That was close. Uh-oh.
This demon had also made a mistake. It seemed that in certain situations, it really was necessary to handle sharp objects. Lilly returned victoriously to reality. Lilly fought for air. The phantom's grip was tight around her throat. Disobedient, it had said. Lilly thought that he was a bit wishy-washy.
Wie
Whoosh! Welcome to the laundrette. That was your cue to say, this is supposed to be a laundrette, and I'll answer, of course. Oh, admittedly, it's a little rustic, but necessity is the mother of invention. Mother knows best, and now we're doing our laundry in the urinals. Too wishy-washy for you? What other choice do we have? Exactly none. You don't have to, you know. Just make sure that the fabrics are separated properly. The toilet sanitizers really stay. We'll do the red laundry in the urinal with the red toilet sanitizer. Yellow laundry in the urinal with the yellow toilet sanitizer. Blue laundry in the urinal with the blue toilet sanitizer. And green laundry in the urinal with the green toilet sanitizer. If you want to try it, just show me some clothing with the right color. Then you can use the matching urinal as often as you want. If you want to try it, just show me some clothing with the right color. Then you can use the matching urinal as often as you want.
It seemed the laundry there was neatly sorted and washed according to differently colored urinals. Lily thought that you can take cleanliness a bit too far sometimes. He had a pot on his head and sat behind a propped-up piece of cardboard. That must be that God Mother Superior so often talked about. Lily wondered why the man looked so sad. He had such awesome friends. Lily had never seen such a happy girl. Lily wanted to be crazy when she grew up, too. The pillow which he wore on his head seemed somehow out of place.
My goodness, who do we have here then?
Another player!
Yippee.
Don't pay any attention to him. Peter just sees black all the time.
He was born that way.
That's true. Peter suffers from color blindness.
Struggle Jug. Well said, loyal friend. We all have our crosses to bear.
Oh, yeah? Do you all wake up every morning knowing that one day you'll lie dead at the foot of a traffic light?
Not exactly. But Druggle Jug, for instance, mixes up his blues and greens.
You can't really compare the two.
Your girlfriend Petra mixes up her yellows and greens.
She's not my girlfriend.
And we, King Adrian, mix up our reds and yellows.
You should have been there when we played the board game. Sorry, Peter almost choked to death.
I wanted to end my misery.
Afterwards, we decided never to play a board game again. Only fantasy role-playing games instead.
You decided that.
And what did we just say?
It's so exciting! We're a group of adventurers in the legendary world of Home Oh, please, why don't you join us?
Struggle Jug? Not so fast. If the fair maiden wishes to join us in battle, she must first prove herself worthy. She must complete a task that puts her heroic valor to the test.
Just tell her to order a pizza already, so we can get on with it.
So be it. She shall order us pizza.
I want broccoli on the pizza, but no tomatoes, please.
Struggle Jug?
Oh, no broccoli.
Struggle Jug?
Bananas aren't bad either, but I could just die for broccoli.
Oh, yes. Please do. For that, I'd even happily have bananas on a pizza.
You only eat blueberries anyway.
Yes, I like blueberries, but in this life, you never get what you want anyway.
Upon the order of the king, blueberries will be banned from the pizza. Instead, knowest that tomatoes will grace the pizza dough from now on.
But I don't like tomatoes.
Lily had heard enough. It seemed impossible to get a pizza that everyone liked.
You...
Struggle Jug. Yeah, you heard him. Bringest thou the pizza first, then thou may join us in play.
It's really easy. All you need are desks, pencils, paper.
And don't forget to bring a tendency for humiliating yourself.
Droggle jug. Droggle jug.
Don't, Droggy. You have to forgive him. He's colorblind, as we all are. Peter mixes up his reds and his greens. Adrian mixes up his reds and his yellows. Droggy mixes up his greens and his blues. And I mix up my yellows and my greens. Funny, isn't it? You're probably wondering why Droggy has a green pillow on his head, right?
Droggle jug? My goodness, she's right. What on earth are you wearing? You're embarrassing me in front of my new subject.
Droggle jug.
Yes, it is a little strange.
Wait until you've heard the explanation.
Today should have been Blue Pillow Day.
Droggle jug.
Druggle Jug, I believe our guest is searching for the tyrant known as Dr. Marcel. Deliver her thy news.
Droggle jug. Droggle jug. Droggle jug. Droggle jug.
Don't forget to mention the helicopter.
Droggle jug.
And was never seen again. Bravo! Well told, loyal friend. Since then, these lands have returned to the wise rule of a magnanimous king.
We can do whatever we want.
Does that mean I can finally sleep now?
No!
The candle smelled wonderfully of honey and flowers. At least that's what Lily assumed. The flowers in the convent always smelled like insecticide. Lily liked to smell them nonetheless. The curtains had seen better days, at least better than Lily had seen. Dr. Marcel would surely be pleased. With the help of his credit card, Lily made some confetti.
What do you have there? A feather duster? Not that I would want to have a feather duster. Oh, no. No matter how pretty they look. Which doesn't mean that I can't hold it for a second. Just one little second. That would be completely harmless. Don't you think? Give it to me now. Ah, what a relief. And just look. I even found my old spare sheets. Here, go ahead and take it. You've earned it.
Hello, stranger. Before you say anything, please take a deep breath. And is that what freedom smells like? Or is it just regular air consisting of oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, soot from the asylum's new chimney, and a touch of diesel oil from the garage? I don't want to seem melodramatic, but I'm somewhat skeptical about this so-called freedom. Ever since Dr. Marcel started neglecting his duties as head of this asylum, it's us, the patients, that carry the burden of creating our own boundaries. And before I'm able to measure up to this freedom, I do have to ask myself a few things. Maybe there are such things as good boundaries. And even in an ideal case, can I really decide where my own freedom starts and stops? It so happens that no one is preventing me from leaving the asylum. Does that mean I'm free? Can I just fly away, spread my wings, and leap from the asylum roof? The urge is there. Just like any bee, I long to buzz across fields of flowers collecting honey. But I'm still fighting it. Something about this freedom stinks. That smells good. But even if the illusion is almost perfect, it's only artificial flavors and chemical esters. An almost perfect illusion, but not real. Like with everything here in the asylum, it's only a half-hearted attempt to trick us into thinking that we're free. And now that no one is stopping us from leaving the asylum, it provides us with a welcome excuse to refuse to leave. Right you are, stranger. I'm just running away from my responsibilities. The responsibility to myself, to accept the deal that the world out there has offered me. I thank you. I've made up my mind. I can't just sit around here doing nothing anymore. I should buzz across fields of flowers and collect honey. Toodaloo, asylum. Hey-ho, freedom.
Lilly was glad that she had helped the bee-man. Soon he would be in a better place. Wherever the man in the bee costume was now, he apparently didn't need a scarf. But that was pretty. The towel reminded Lilly of one that Mother Superior confiscated from her. Lilly had often wished to go to the zoo to feed the animals. It was even more beautiful than she had imagined. The moths had done a superb job. A bottle of starch? Well, Lilly could really use it. Lilly knew that you could use starch to stiffen up laundry. It wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. Well, who said it? Now Lilly had a stiff towel with holes. Lilly liked needles. One time, she even secretly took one from home economics class. She kept it stashed in her mattress and only took it out at night when everyone was sleeping.
Yikes! What are you doing here? Are you actually dead? Too bad. I could use a little entertainment, but the doctor told me not to talk to other people. At least not living ones. Sorry. But I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh dear, Lilly really had managed to ruin the sheet. But perhaps a sheet with 2 eye holes could be good for something.
Yikes! A ghost! How sweet! Finally someone to talk to. You have to help me. Dr. Marcel is wrongfully keeping me here in the asylum. Isn't there anything that you and your ghost buddies can do about it? Curse him? deprive him of his sleep, drag him into the seventh circle of hell, and torture him for all eternity with red-hot needles? Oh, come on. I've done so much for you. I've performed obscure rituals, sacrificed chickens, danced naked. Although when I think about it, I'm not sure if it was really a ghost that asked me to do that. Ugh. I don't feel so well. Could you please take off your head while we're talking? Oh, man. You're not very talkative. Can't you help me at all? Great! Look at this! The doctor is forcing me to knit these stuffed rabbits. No idea what he needs them for, but I'm not very good at it. Maybe you could lend me a hand. Wait! I'll push some of the fabric through the hatch.
The rabbit was probably too young to talk.
What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the blue urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the yellow urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the green urinal as much as you like. What do you have there? Let me see. Oh, very good. You obviously understand the basic principle. Go ahead and use the red urinal as much as you like.
How about that? Red bananas. How about that? Green tomatoes. How about that? Yellow blueberries. How about that? Blue broccoli. One spermy margarita pizza, please. Red bananas. Green tomatoes. Yellow blueberries. Blue broccoli.
The pizza! Well then. Superb, superb.
Great! I wish I were as good on the phone as you.
Struggle jug.
And Peter's satisfied too.
Satisfied? How could I be satisfied in such a world, in which the only moments worth living for are those when the pizza arrives with the right toppings?
That means yes.
We owe you one.
Peter almost starved to death.
It's not that bad. I've already lost all hope of dying honorably anyway.
Struggle jug.
Well said. Now that the food is taken care of, let us begin the game.
Don't you want to play too, sweetie? You'll see. It'll be incredibly fun.
If you take pleasure in such excessive self-degradation.
That and a dice cup.
Struggle
Struggle Jug.
Uh-huh.
So be it. Then follow us into the world of Hoth Motigor. Your group has set up camp near the infamous Goblin Gorge.
Lily found herself in a clearing. The campfire was crackling, and the wind whipped through her clothes.
You can hear the war drums of the goblins in the distance. This is your last rest before the great battle.
Lily did in fact hear drums. An enormous army seemed to be waiting for them in the nearby mountains.
Wait, are you telling the story or am I?
What?
It's just that I see that you don't have the Dungeon Master screen in front of you. And I'm pretty sure that the Dungeon Master is recognized by his Dungeon Master screen.
That's ridiculous. I'm the narrator. I don't need a...
Well, then why don't you be the Dungeon Master then? I'm curious how you'll do without any battle value tables or source books.
What? But that's...
That's what I thought. And now, move over.
Ow! Hey! You can't just...
Where was I? Oh, yes. You're here on the orders of the king to drive the goblins from the gorge. There are rumors that the goblins have dammed up the Pink River. This has turned Hoth Motigor's most important memorial into a reservoir, the Valley of Unpleasant Memories. Also sitting at the fire is a mysterious local guide. You're tired from the journey, but sleep is far from your mind. Goblin scouts could be lurking anywhere. The black magician Petrula, the noble Sir Drogalot, and the amusing juggler Snippo.
I want a different role.
Shush! Are gathering their strength for the battle. Only the Amazonian barbarian warrioress Lilligrim.
Huh? That's you!
Only the Amazonian barbarian warrior Lilligrim is restless. It's your move, Lilligrim. What will you do? Roll for charisma, Peter.
Do I have to? That was to be expected.
Snippo is just about the ugliest dope you've ever seen.
Hello, Lilligrim. Would you like to be amused by my funny pranks? Then watch me. And, are you amused? I didn't think I'd ever say such a thing, but I'd wish we'd go into battle instead of just hanging around here. I'd much prefer a quick, bloody death to this endless humiliation. I'm not afraid of the goblins, if that's what you mean. I'm not worried about being cut into little pieces by mighty goblin swords. And I'm not bothered by the rumors that they wrap the intestines of their victims around thorny spears. For I am Snippo, the funny prankster of the group. Yes, it doesn't just look like it. I am actually juggling only one ball, and I know how ridiculous that must seem. My character sheet said that I, the comical Snippo, have the marvelous ability to juggle 55 balls at once. But as much as I would have liked to imagine what such a thing would look like, the mysterious traveler thought I should just juggle one ball instead, because it's much more contemplative, and as long as my shame or boredom doesn't cause me to spontaneously combust, then I'll stick to that. If you have a better suggestion. You think I should try it without any balls? Bravo. You found the only way to increase my boredom even more. On the other hand, if I juggle without a ball, I might be able to take a quick nap. No one seems to object to sleeping around here.
It's a normal-sized juggling ball. That's all I can say about it. I don't have my compendium of juggling balls with me. Petrula sat by the fire and watched the tea kettle. Briefly describe yourself.
Well, I'm a totally powerful wizard and pretty, but also totally powerful. And I'm wearing a robe embroidered with gold. And it's totally pretty, you know? Underneath the hood, I look like totally gothic, but pretty.
Thanks, Petra. That's enough.
Don't startle me like that. Can't you see I'm watching the kettle? The goblins are keeping quiet. Maybe too quiet. What could the goblins be planning? Why did they submerge one of the kingdom's greatest memorials underwater? Something similar happened to me once. But that was an accident. But I don't really think that the Royal Loo can be considered a memorial. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm brewing a diabolical magic potion, of course. Well, it's actually a calming tea. I really wanted to conjure some coffee demons, but they don't let you get any sleep. And we do need our strength for the battle. Now I have to watch the kettle before it starts to whistle. The traveler has such sensitive ears. Don't you want to sleep? I wonder why. Because I'm really exhausted. Oh, if you're staying up anyway, do you think you could watch the kettle? Oh, great. Then I can finally get some sleep. As you know, we need our strength for the battle.
Sir Druggelot looked splendid in his shiny armor.
Druggle-jug.
Mithril armor? Really?
Druggle-jug.
Okay, then. In his mithril armor.
Hello, Lily Grim. You're still up? You should get some rest. I'll keep guard and make sure the fire doesn't go out. Don't look so grim. Your thirst for action is honorable. But the mysterious traveler is right. Strength lies in tranquility.
Lilligrim felt like screaming at the brave Sir Druggelot. She hadn't traveled all the way to Goblin Gorge just to sleep, but something kept her from losing her temper. Fuming, she turned away from her companion. Her eyes fell on the quiet traveler who had listened to the entire conversation. Was that a smile she saw beneath the hood?
I know what you want to say. You're here to fight, not to sleep, right? Maybe tonight we should.
Remain calm and gather our strength. That's what you wanted to say, right?
The traveler is right. Acting in haste is never a good idea. Don't worry, I'm sure the goblins won't attack us tonight. They're guarding their reservoir dam in the gorge. But I do wonder what their plans are, damming up the Pink River and flooding the Valley of Unpleasant Memories. Why? It's all very mysterious. Are you worried about the fire? Usually, I'd agree with you. Those few logs are certainly not enough to keep the fire burning through the night. Plus, the best things always happen to you when you go into the forest looking for firewood. You find treasure maps, fall into enchanted wells, or meet merchants with magical amulets. Maybe I should
relax a little and call it a day. That's what you wanted to say, right?
The traveler is right. There doesn't always have to be an adventure, and the night is pretty warm. I'll wait up to put the last log on the fire. Then I'll turn in too. Are you as tired as I am?
You don't need to roll to figure that out. They're logs. The hooded figure sat silently at the campfire. Strange. I can't remember him being in the adventure. Which source book does he come from?
My goodness, whom do we have here then? A little barbarian warrioress. I sense great anger in you. Could it be that the thirst for battle sits in this little chest? Then let me give you some advice. Swallow it. The most successful battle is the one that doesn't even have to be fought. So be a good little barbarian warrioress and take it now.
Lilligrim could hardly believe her ears. Wasn't this a fantasy role-playing game? What fun was there in imagining aimlessly sitting around a campfire? Lilligrim didn't dream of listening to the soothing advice of the mysterious NPC. If anything, it just made her angrier. Too bad that she had to stop herself from losing control. She would have loved to have screamed this dope's head off.
Well, well, is that the legendary army of Hoth Mortigor? A little girl with braids? Fabulous. Oh, why so angry, little girl? You're not here to declare war, are you? It would almost make a pleasant distraction, putting your feet up and drinking tea all the time. In the long run, it's not good for my goblin army. But why should I sound the horn for battle? My scouts told me about your lazy companion. You can't possibly think you can defeat my army with those dopes. I hardly think so. As long as we're not being attacked, I'll stick to the advice of this friendly traveler. Wait and see and drink tea.
Lilligrim was boiling with rage. She was very close to throwing a tantrum, but something was holding her back. The hooded figure sat silently at the campfire. Strange. I can't remember him being in the adventure. Which source book does he come from? You see a large cauldron. Roll for perception. You discover a safety valve.
But, what's got you so worked up? Let me guess. You spoke to the Goblin King, and now you're furious because there's not going to be a battle. Aren't you happy that I found a peaceful alternative to fighting? Yeah, but what are you going to do about it? I've already got your friends wrapped around my little finger. And as long as everyone stays calm, that's how it's going to stay. Just face it, I've got it all under control. And as you know, throwing a temper tantrum is just bad behavior. So be a good little barbarian warrioress and take a nap.
Good! The ball was stuck, but the pressure in the cauldron still wasn't enough for something to happen. You try to plug the valve with a log that's way too big. Roll for dexterity. No. You Try putting the logs on the fire. Roll for sneak and hide, so Sadrugalot doesn't wake up. Done! The logs were in the fire.
But child, what are you doing? This noise can't possibly be good for the group harmony. Without wanting to rush you, maybe now is the time for controlled, well-considered action. If you proceed with the required calm, I'm sure you'll be able to defuse the situation before there's a disaster. I really must insist you stop making that sound. Can't you see that you're threatening to destroy the idyllic hell?
But that's to arms! They've declared war on us! Sound the horn!
That sound. I have to keep calm. Enough. I can't take it anymore. This noise is driving me crazy. I'm losing control. To arms.
Finally, the fun part of the role-playing game began. The group stormed the battlefield with no restraint. They were led by Lilly, who furiously swung her berserker sword in circles. And as the dice rolled in the institution, so did the heads of goblins in Hawk Monagor. It seems it is a good idea to occasionally vent your rage. It was a short battle. The goblins were powerless against the fury unleashed by the group. The plans of the Goblin King were thwarted.
Lilligrim found the defeated monarch cowering beneath one of the support beams of the dam.
Lilly. Poor, foolish Lilly. That was a terrible mistake.
Lilligrim was still wondering what he meant when she heard an ominous crack above her. When the pink floods had subsided, our heroes were faced with an incredible sight. The Valley of Unpleasant Memories.
Will you look at that?
I have to admit, I'm really blown away.
We shouldn't be here.
Ha! You've always been quite the comedian, Snippo.
No, I mean it. This valley is cursed. I heard that. Wait a second. Lilly?
What's wrong with her?